Have you ever heard the term freight and wondered what it means? Freight is simply a transportation term for goods or cargo transported from one place to another. The word freight can be used interchangeably with the words cargo and goods, but usually refers to items shipped by truck, rail, or ship. So, the next time you hear someone talking about shipping containers or boxcars, no, they're just discussing freight. What is freight, and how is it used in business? Freight is a term used to describe the transportation of goods from one place to another. The word freight can be used interchangeably with goods or cargo, but usually refers to items that are being shipped by truck, rail, or ship. In business, freight is often used to describe the cost of shipping goods from one location to another. This can be done by land, sea, or air. The most common types of freight are typically goods that are transported by truck, rail, or ship. These items can include a variety of different kinds of cargo, such as food, furniture, and machinery. Freight can also refer to the cost of shipping these items from one location to another. In some cases, freight can be included in the shipped goods price. However, in other cases, freight may be an additional cost that is incurred by the business. There are a few different ways to ship freight. The most common method is via truck. This involves loading the goods onto a truck and then transporting them to their destination. Rail is another common method of shipping freight. This consists in loading the goods onto a train and then transporting them to their destination. Ship is the third most common method of shipping freight. This involves loading the goods onto a ship and then transporting them to their destination. Air freight is also a popular method of shipping freight, but it is typically more expensive than other methods. This involves loading the goods onto an airplane and then transporting them to their destination. Businesses usually use air freight when they need to ship goods quickly and efficiently. If you would like to learn more about the transportation industry, check out our previous post. The different types of freight and their purposes. There are many different types of freight, each with its own unique purpose. Some of the more common types of freight include truck freight. This type of freight is used to transport goods via truck. Truck freight is often used for short-distance shipping, as it is more affordable than other methods. Rail freight. Rail freight is used to transport goods via train. This type of freight is often used for long-distance shipping, as it is faster than truck freight. Ship freight. Ship freight is used to transport goods via ship. This type of freight is often used for international shipping, as it is the most reliable method. There are many benefits of using freight services, including faster shipping times. Freight services often offer faster shipping times than traditional methods, such as ground shipping. Increased safety. Freight services often offer increased safety for your goods, as trained professionals typically handle them. Affordable rates. Freight services often offer affordable rates, making them a cost-effective option for businesses. There are some drawbacks of using freight services, including higher shipping costs. Freight services often have higher shipping costs than traditional methods, such as ground shipping. Longer transit times. Freight services often have longer transit times than traditional methods, such as ground shipping. Limited tracking. Freight services often have limited tracking options, making it difficult to track your goods during transport. Speaking of tracking shipments, are you currently using an ELD provider? If not, then there is one ELD provider that we wholeheartedly recommend. They provide fantastic GPS tracking and everything you need to ensure that your fleet is safe and secure. Continue on to learn more. Affiliate disclaimer. Freight Chain is supported by our readers. When you purchase through links on our site, we may earn an affiliate commission that helps keep our website and its content. Thank you. Learn more. Keep Truckin' is here to take care of your delivery needs with GPS tracking, service hours monitoring, and inspection reports accessible on your mobile device. You'll never regret checking out all the benefits. Check out Keep Truckin' today. If you would like to learn more about ELD providers, check out our previous post, How to Ship Freight. There are numerous different ways to ship freight, but the most common methods are by truck, rail, or ship. Trucking is the most popular method of shipping freight in the United States due to its flexibility and affordability. Rail is another popular method of shipping freight, but it is often used for longer distances or for too large items to be shipped by truck. Shipping is the third most common method of shipping freight and is often used for international shipments or for items that are too large to be shipped by either truck or rail. There are a few things that you can do to find a reputable freight service. Check online reviews. Checking online reviews is a great way to get an idea of what other people have experienced with particular freight services. Ask for recommendations. Asking for recommendations from family and friends is a great way to find a reputable freight service. Contact the Better Business Bureau. The Better Business Bureau is an excellent resource for finding information on businesses, including freight services, freight rates, and what affects them. There are many different types of freight, but the most common type is full truckload freight. This type of freight involves shipping large quantities of goods on one truck. FTL freight is typically used for shipping heavy or large items that cannot be broken down into smaller shipments. Another type of freight is less than truckload freight. LTL freight involves shipping smaller quantities of goods on one truck. This type of freight is typically used for shipping items that can be broken down into smaller shipments. The cost of freight can vary depending on the type of freight, the weight of the shipment, the distance the load will travel, and other factors. In general, the cost of shipping via FTL is higher than the cost of shipping via LTL because FTL requires a larger vehicle and more fuel. The shipping cost via LTL is typically lower than shipping via FTL because LTL shipments are often combined with other shipments going to the same destination. When choosing a method of transportation for your goods, it is crucial to consider the cost of freight. The shipping cost via FTL may be higher than the shipping cost via LTL, but FTL is typically faster and can ship more significant quantities of goods. It is essential to weigh the cost and benefits of each type of freight before making a decision. If you would like to learn more about FTL freight, check out our previous post. What to do if your freight shipment is lost or damaged. You can do a few things if your freight shipment is lost or damaged. First, you should contact the carrier to see if they have any information on the whereabouts of your shipment. If the carrier is not able to locate your shipment, you can file a claim with them. You will need to give documentation of the value of your shipment and proof that it was lost or damaged in transit. Once you have filed a claim, the carrier will investigate and determine whether or not they are liable for the loss or damage. If the carrier is found to be at fault, they will reimburse you for the value of your shipment. If the carrier is not found to be at fault, you may be responsible for the cost of your shipment. When shipping freight, it is vital to choose a reputable carrier and to insure your shipment. This will help protect you in the event that your shipment is lost or damaged in transit. Freight forwarding and customs brokers. When shipping goods internationally, you will need to use a freight forwarder. A freight forwarder is a company that specializes in shipping goods from one country to another. The freight forwarder will help take care of the paperwork and arrangements necessary to ship your goods. They will also track your shipment and keep you updated on its whereabouts. You will also need to use a customs broker when shipping goods internationally. A customs broker is a company that assists in complying with customs regulations. The customs broker will help you fill out the necessary paperwork and pay any duties or taxes required by the destination country. Shipping freight can be challenging due to the many variables involved. These variables include the type of freight, the weight of the shipment, the distance the load will travel, and other factors. In addition, shipping freight can be expensive and time-consuming. It is vital to consider all of these factors when shipping freight. Final thoughts. Freight is a transportation term for goods or cargo that are being transported from one place to another. This can include items that are shipped by truck, rail, or ship. Freight is often used interchangeably with the words cargo and goods, but usually refers to items that are being transported in large quantities. Have you ever had to ship something? What was your experience like? Let us know in the comments. Disclaimer: Freight Chain provides educational content only. It should not be taken as professional advice.